students, we'll continue with our chapter 4, IT resources. So we had completed till the some popular open sources or software applications which are used for IT resources. We had completed till FileZilla. Now we are starting with GNU Cache. So GNU Cache is a great free alternative. Now it's a free open source software to paid for accounting software. Now paid for accounting is if they want to make it license version, then they have to pay for it. Designed for personal and small businesses. For small and personal business, GNU Cash can be used. It offers bank account services, stock, income, expenses tracking. All these account related functions can be done through GNU Cash. Next is Audacity. Now Audacity is a music software like Cubase and Logic Pro, can be incredibly expensive, which is why an increasing number of people are turning to Audacity, a free cost of cross-platform sound editor. So Audacity is basically a sound editor software which is a free version, because Logic Pro and Cubase, all such softwares are very highly expensive for sound recording, and they can be done for sound recording as well as sound editing. Users can record and edit live audio. So live audios can be edited through Audacity. Cut, copy, slice and mix sounding, that is mix versions, your remix, all such things can be done. Converting aging tapes and records into digital format. Your CDs, normal big tapes can be converted into digital formatting through Audacity. Then you can go for seen almost in college and student using for sound editing for your projects. Also you can use for your any of the project. If you require a sound, background sound or background music to be played, you can go for sound editing through Audacity. The next is GIMP. So when we talk about GIMP, just like sound editors, industry standard image editing software is prohibitively expensive for a lot of people. So now this is at a very low level. Audacity was at a very low level. GIMP for industry purpose, when they want to go, they go on a large scale. For such industry purposes, if you buy software, they are very much expensive, and because of which a free alternative which industry people also have for standard image editing software is GIMP. It performs every major function you could desire except for vitally CMYK. That is, CMYK is one color gradation. Cyan, magenta, yellow, all such things are there. That is CMYK, separation functionality. Like you have RGB, it's CMYK. Then necessary for pre-press works for editing purpose, for shading, grading, lightening, all such things can be done through GIMP. This is just like MS Paint. It will look variably somewhere like Paint application only. If you have ever operated Linux, you would find GIMP as a tool just as you Paint in Windows. So GIMP can be somewhere same to your Linux machine if you have used Linux, and it is same somewhere if you find it. Once you start using it, you can feel like you are using Paint only. The next is OpenOffice. So OpenOffice is basically with the ability to create text documents, spreadsheets, presentations and database. OpenOffice is accomplished rival to Microsoft Office, which clearly influenced OpenOffice design. Office users will feel completely at home and find that OpenOffice performs just as well, if not better. So it's a highly competitive condition for Microsoft Office when OpenOffice came into existence. As well as when OpenOffice came, what happened is the features which people were using by Microsoft Office With the paid version, people feel it free with OpenOffice, as well as there was a gradual change that people started working it at very ease by preferring OpenOffice wherever they go without using Microsoft Office. Next is VLC. Now many of them would know about VLC, but just a short description about VLC, that at last count VLC media player has been downloaded 300 million times. So many of people are nowadays also using VLC media player. It's an application through which you can view your particular media, audio, or any converted file in a graphic format. And for that, unlike some paid for alternatives, VLC supports practically every audio video codec and file format. So as I said, it will support all your audio, video, your graphic formats, and interchange and give you a graphical view. The most recent VLC releases offers live recording of streaming video. So you can live record and just post it. Streaming over the internet can be done through VLC. Frame by frame advancement. Frame by frame advancement, variations are coming into it. And super speed control. So super speed means over streaming, live streaming also. It gives you a variable speed of internet through which you can do your streaming of videos live means ongoing at that time only. The next is Handbrake. Now when I talk about Handbrake rips converts DVDs to MPEGs. Now MPEG 4 is from DVDs, which you had that CDs and DVDs, through which you can go to an MPEG format, and by which you can go for any playing back on your iPods or any whichever smart devices you want. You can convert and you can play on it. It doesn't have the ability to decode DVDs, but it can do so if you have a VLC. So you cannot decode a DVD, that is you cannot remove all the data and just de-encrypt it, but then if you have VLC with it, you can encode and install it to your computer. So installing all the DVDs to your computer nowadays is possible through Handbrake. Next is Pidgin. Pidgin is the ultimate free instant messaging tool. So Pidgin is a messaging tool which helps to provide one window through which you can simultaneously interact with people and whichever instant message platforms they are using. So you can reply them through Pidgin. They can be using any messaging tool, that is they can be using Facebook, they can be using messengers, they can be using normal text messages, through which simultaneously you can convert with them, that is you can communicate with them with the help of Pidgin. Next is FreeMind. So FreeMind is a terrific mind mapping tool which lets you get all your thoughts down as quickly as possible with the use of icons, shapes, colors, and besides ordinary nodes and links, you can add hyperlinks and even document to your map. So it's a mapping tool. So whichever comes in your mind, whatever comes in your mind, you just jot down it with the help of icons, colors, as well as shapes. And beside those also, interconnectivity of nodes, communicating links, all such things also can be added into it, that is hyperlinks also can be added. So such things are also possible through FreeMind. Next is Notepad++. So when I talk about Notepad++, I expect that you know that Notepad is a text editor. It uses for normal text description, but nowadays Notepad++ is an updated version of Notepad which is being used for Windows base, and it is formally basically an advancedly used for editing as well as coding purposes in your programming languages. What Notepad++ is giving you, it's giving you an highlighted version for line wise coding. That is, generally your normal Notepad is like only text editing can be possible, but when we talk about Notepad++, it is like each and every code line will be given you as a numbering, so that you can refer it at the time of coding, as well as CSS editors can also be made through Notepad++. Moreover, you can develop languages as well as it offers everything: syntax highlighting, you can highlight the syntaxes, folding and auto completion for CSS, cascading style sheets you can make, that is your graphics for your web page. C language uses Notepad++, C++ uses Notepad++, C Sharp, Java, JavaScript, SQL, HTML, XML, PHP, multi-file viewing, tabbed editing, zoom in, zoom out and bookmarks. All such things are possible. All such features can be brought into consideration with the help of Notepad++. The next one is 7-zip. Now 7-zip is extremely popular file achiever, archiver for Windows, which although free outperforms WinZip. So zip means when you want to compress a particular file for saving it for future use with its compressed storage can be termed as 7-zip, for which you can use 7-zip software application, as well as it can unpack the vast majority archive formats and can create a tar and a gz archives commonly used on Unix and Linux systems, as well as it is known as 7Z format, which easily outshrinks zip files. So usually what do you do in zip files? You make a bunch of files and compress it in a format so that you can send it via communication languages, communication modes, as well as what you can do is you can save those files for future use as well, and it will not allocate a large storage. As well as what you can do is these files are mostly used, a 7-zip format is also used in Unix operating system as well as Linux operating system with the help of extensions called as TAR, that is tar, and GZ for zipping formats, and it is normally used in Windows for 7Z, like it is also known as 7Z in Windows for outshrinking your normal zip files. Outshrinking means to unzip or to zip we use this format, that is this particular application for the use of zipping compression. Next is Blender. Blender is a 3D content creation suite which can be used for everything from modeling to skinning, particle simulation, animating and texturing. To give a look and feel to the 3D content, we use Blender, and Blender is basically an open source software which can be used for your image qualifying, lightening, texturing, animating, all the purposes. Then the next one is PDF creator. We use it nowadays also. PDF creator is incredibly used by Windows users. Then creating PDF is easy as printing, literally as once installed you can select PDF creator as your printer, letting you create PDFs from practically any applications. So you do not require a particular format, you just convert it into a PDF, and your PDF gives you a book view, a content view in a proper edited format, so that you do not have to do a separate editing. It gives you a consistency of each and every page. You can add on content into it. So that is basically a PDF creator can do everything, and you can print it as well, same as like your PDF formatting. You do not have to do any editing into it. Next is Calibri. According to Calibri, it is one-stop solution to all your ebook needs. I am inclined to agree. Besides letting you catalog and manage ebook collection, sorting, tagging and commenting on them as you please, you can download content from the internet and convert it into ebook form. So now you generally, if you want ebook, you can go for a application called as Calibri. What you can do is you can generally download any of the content from the internet, and once you want to convert all those content into a ebook, what you can do is you can go in the application called as Calibri, which will help you to convert your normal internet content or whatever content into ebooks. Then those ebooks can be sorted also. You can collect those ebooks, you can tag them to somebody else, you can comment on it, and you can help people to link through that ebooks also. So this is the use of Calibri. Next is TrueCrypt. Now TrueCrypt really is the best free encryption program. What is encryption? Which is non-readable, non-human readable program, encryption program around for anyone worried about their security. When you talk about security, encryption comes into mind. That is, I send the data in such a format that other intruder person cannot read over that particular data, and for which we can use encryption. And for that true encryption in the security for your files, manuals, password creations, hidden volumes, then your erasing encryption giveaways, we can use this TrueCrypt, that is this one. Next is the last one, that is Ubuntu. I'm sorry. Ubuntu is again one type of operating system which is free and open source. You can do your free operating system functions like Linux also, and it has OpenOffice, Firefox, Pidgin, GIMP and other tools pre-installed. You do not have to separately install it. And as well as recent figures suggest that 50% of Linux users have Ubuntu installed. Nowadays some systems get pre-installed Ubuntu operating system rather than Windows operating system. So with this we'll end up for this particular lecture. Today I'll be taking 2 lectures as I had missed yesterday's lecture. So probably after this lecture, after 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be sending you the next lecture. Thank you.